Have you ever wondered why some violinists seem naturally gifted while other players can never get past their scratchy tone and shaky playing? The secret's not about talent, but in practice techniques that have been forgotten for years. When I was just 11 years old, a Soviet-trained violin teacher pulled me aside and revealed secrets that the old master violinists used to rapidly improve their playing. If you're a violinist struggling with your sound, I'm about to show you how you can use these same secrets to go from intermediate to incredible in 6 months. Also, as a heads up, I will be selling you something in this video, but I want to deliver massive value before I do that. When I took my first lesson with this teacher, I was skeptical because these methods were so different, but as I began to practice the formula she shared with me, I noticed a dramatic improvement in my playing. Up until this point, my practice consisted of running through my music from beginning to end, stopping only to correct my mistakes, but all this did was solidify my problems, leaving me with missed notes, a nervous sound, and inconsistent vibrato. But after only a little time with this new teacher, my tone began to sound rich, my shifts were consistently in tune, and everything felt easier. Her secrets took away the frustrating guesswork and instead gave me a system to perform confidently and beautifully in public. Soon I started winning prestigious competitions like the Disney Young Musicians Competition and the Utah Symphony Youth Guild Competition. People around me began to notice and asked me if I started practicing 40 hours a day or if my parents had spent tens of thousands of dollars on a new violin, but it was neither of those things. What I'm going to show you is the most predictable way to improve your playing, and I believe anybody can use it. It's called the Virtuoso Sound System, and it's based on 3 steps that master teacher Vesna Grootman taught me at 11 years old. Step 1. Select a phrase or passage of music you want to practice. It can be as short as 1 measure or as long as a half page, and the passage can be anywhere in the piece you'd like. Step 2. Select an aspect of the passage you want to improve and practice only that aspect from the beginning to the end of your passage. I always start with shifting, for example, so you can begin by going from shift to shift within the passage. Skip all the other notes, don't even worry about it. If the note is not in a shift, ignore it. This may take you anywhere from 5 to 15 minutes, but once you're finished, I don't want you thinking about shifting for the rest of your practice session. Then, you pick another aspect like intonation and focus only on intonation within the passage for 5 to 15 minutes. This is called practicing on layers, which allows your mind to laser in on one variable to improve over the course of your selected passage. The brain can only think of one thing at a time, so if you're learning your music while simultaneously trying to monitor your vibrato, phrasing, tone, shifts, and intonation, none of it will sound any better. But by building these foundations, you'll create habits you'll rarely have to think about again later. Repeat these steps for 3 days before moving on to step 3, which will make you unbeatable under performance pressure. Step 3 is playing it up to speed. All of the practice up until now has been no faster than half speed, but in order to perform at top speed, you will repeat the passage at increasing tempi. After you've finished your layer practice on day 4, set a metronome at half of the performance speed, or if that's too fast, start even slower. Once you've played your passage through perfectly 3 times in a row, and that's important, 3 times in a row, increase the speed by a few clicks and repeat. Continue doing this until you're up to performance speed, but if you hit a roadblock, take a break and come back to the passage the following day. Within a few days to a week, this passage of music will sound 10 times better than before and will feel twice as easy. So now you know the way to practice that will get you to become a confident player, and you know the steps that need to be taken in order to get there, but you might be wondering a few things. How do I actually play with a beautiful tone? How do I know which exercises and songs to practice? And will this work for me? To answer these, let me show you the program I've created to help you develop a great sound and become an amazing violinist. It's called Violin Virtuoso, and there are 3 pillars critical to your success in it. Structure. I've developed a curriculum that will guide you through the techniques you need to sound great, and you'll be able to apply them immediately to music you already recognize to make learning exciting and effective. Instead of playing boring minuets and gavottes written 300 years ago, you'll be able to play the songs you love, and you'll be given backing tracks for each one to keep you in time and in tune. Every step of creating a beautiful tone will be explained in detail within the curriculum, which is powerful when paired with Pillar 2, coaching. You may already be taking weekly private lessons, but what if you misunderstand your teacher and practice your music wrong all week? That's 7 days that you're wasting by actually creating bad habits with no course correction. That's why with Violin Virtuoso, you get live group coaching up to 3 times per week with a pro using my methodology to give you the feedback you need on your playing to improve every day. But what if you can't make the live coachings that week? You can always record a video of your practice every day of the week if you'd like, and get feedback from a pro within 24 hours on business days. This way you'll always stay motivated and on track, and it's the closest thing I've found to having a master practice along with you to make sure you're on the right path. Pillar 3, community. You'll join our exclusive group with other students in Violin Virtuoso who are all working to improve their playing. This will allow you to ask questions to each other, find accountability partners, review practice videos, and interact with me and my team. On top of this, you can post videos of your performances for feedback, which is a great way to get over stage fright and become a more confident player. I've seen these pillars improve the playing of dozens of violinists like you. Here's what a couple of my Violin Virtuoso students had to say about the program.
Within an 8-week period, I went from doing nothing other than first position to adjusting my bowing technique, to playing in third position, to sliding in vibrato. So it was a drastic difference what 8 weeks with the right teacher actually does. I can't think of a single area that I haven't improved.
Yeah, so I think that's the first thing, is structured practice and understanding how to deconstruct what playing the violin is. The second thing for me was my bow hold, because my previous bow hold was a different style, and now I've learned the Russian bow hold technique, which is I'm still getting used to, but I think that results in the third thing, which is probably a better tone generally.
Before Violin Virtuoso, I would say I just wanted to sound better overall. And I kind of wanted to also figure out how I could change my practice, because I know that you have definitely completely changed my practice 180 degrees, because before that I would just play the song over and over again. And even sometimes I would just decide to do one line, but I still would just play it and I didn't really focus on the technique. Whereas now I can actually focus on technique, and that is very different, and it helps a lot.
So what do you have to lose by signing up? Well, there are 2 guarantees with this offer to make sure there is 0 risk to you. The first is unconditional. You have a no questions asked refund offer for the first 45 days. Let's say there's a scheduling conflict, your life circumstances have changed, or you just change your mind. Let us know and we'll get you a full refund before the first 45 days are up. The second is conditional. If you attend 4 classes and submit 4 practice videos per month and you don't become a confident player in 6 months, I will personally give you one-on-one lessons for 2 months for a total of 8 lessons. Okay, so already look at how much bow you're using. You're using almost the whole bow. The investment for this is $1,800 up front, or 6 monthly payments of $350 each. Also, as a free bonus, if you sign up to the waitlist today, you'll get monthly master classes with me so I can give you feedback and tips on how to improve. I teach exclusively within Violin Virtuoso, so this is the only place where you'll be able to play for me. After signing up, you'll receive an email from your coach within 24 hours giving you access to the group and a link to book another one-on-one call with you to assess your skills and answer any other questions you have. This community is where you'll upload your videos and receive feedback, as well as connect to the coaching calls. Now, this is not for beginners who have never touched a violin before. This isn't for anybody too busy to dedicate 2 to 3 hours per week to their improvement. Rather, this is for people who have some experience with the violin and want to seriously level up their skills. This is perfect for adults who played the violin as a child and now have the time and resources to dedicate to learning how to play again and do it with the best guidance available online. Imagine where you could be 6 months from now, using the secrets of the old masters to finally understand how to practice for amazing sound and confident performances. The worst case is that you don't like the cohort after 45 days and get a full refund. The best case is that you sound incredible and confident in front of anybody after just 6 months. There are only 30 seats available in the upcoming cohort, so make sure to sign up to the waitlist using the link below to be notified when enrollment reopens.